What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a Social Sig vlog. Today's date is Tuesday, September 19th at 12 in the afternoon. And I apologize, but I have not vlogged in probably like 3 weeks now. There's so much to catch up on. It's been a long time, but for the sake of just keeping this a little bit shorter, I'm not going to get into like the super details and recapping Tokyo. I feel like I've caught most of my people that are closer to me up with like the fun details of my trip to Tokyo. But it was incredible. It was the absolute trip of my lifetime, the coolest trip I've ever done. For one, it was just great to see my brother Addison and just hang out with him for 10 days. And then his buddy John was there too. So John is a legend. So we had a blast hopping around Tokyo. So last I vlogged was the 23rd of August on my way to Minneapolis. We played the show. It sold out. It was our first sold out show in Minneapolis. It was fucking sick. So shout out First Avenue for having us at the 7th Street entry, and Colin Bracewell, Dial Tone, and Harlow, local Minneapolis bands for joining that. And then I had a wedding 2 days later, or the day after. So after the show, drove back to Wisconsin Dells. The other boys, we actually just, instead of spending the night in Minneapolis, we drove back. But I stayed in Wisconsin Dells for the wedding, and then Kai and Eli drove back to Milwaukee that night. It was a super late night for us, but the wedding was awesome. Had a really good time at the water parks of the Chula Vista. It was my first time there. Seeing a lot of old friends and Sheila's friends that I've met throughout the years and gotten close with. So we had so much fun there. Congratulations, Cricket and Meredith, on a beautiful wedding. It was a really great time. And then on Monday, drove from Wisconsin Dells straight to the O'Hare Airport, and then had the 13-ish hour flight to Tokyo. It was direct. Right when I landed, it was just such a cool, exciting feeling, and my brother basically gave me directions, but I took the train to his place, and it was about a 45-minute commute, taking 3 different trains, and it was just a culture shock. So I got sent right to the Wolves. It was pretty crazy just trying to navigate that, and just floods of Japanese people and not a lot of English. And then I had all my big backpack, my small backpack, and then my super heavy, actually really heavy guitar case with my guitar, my pedals. Gosh, it was just, I was sweating my ass off just trying to get to Addison. And then got to him, super warm welcome, and then we went out the first night. We ate a bunch of food, really, really good food. My favorite food was this ramen that we got, and it was like an $8 ramen, but it was like fried chicken, tonkatsu, like pork, and the broth was just so good. I can still taste it. But yeah, just all the food there was so great. I really liked the umi rice, dumplings, the sushi. We only got conveyor belt sushi, so we didn't get like the fancy sushis, but it was really good. The yakitori is like this beef that you grill right in front of you, and it was that was really good. And then we kind of hit the town running. Most days we were doing stuff like just touring around Tokyo. And then we went out twice to the clubs, to where they were like 5 a.m. mornings. We would be getting back home. So that was a lot of fun. But just the culture of Japan and Tokyo is so cool with, just being right in it, and just the big buildings, the gotcha balls, like not a lot of people spoke English, and it's just like a huge, ginormous New York City, but everyone there is pretty much Japanese. It was so cool. So lots of memories. I posted some recap videos on Instagram and whatnot, and some pictures on Facebook. So, and then the shows. I played 2 shows in one was in Shimokitazawa, which is kind of like this cool thrifty college area. And that was a really cool show. I played with, I forget her name, but this DJ opened up, Ayn, opened up the night, and then Elliot Cormac was this dude from England who's been living in Japan for 10 years. So did a cool bill there, met some cool people. It was a Wednesday night, and the sound guy didn't speak any English, so it was kind of interesting, like telling him what I needed and all that good stuff. And then the day after, I played in Shibuya at the Ruby Room. Played with this one cover band from Tokyo. It was like they all worked together, but this was like their band. They were really fun. And then after them was this band called Super Fun Down Under, which I actually had a mutual friend, John Chacon from Milwaukee, but he's based in New Orleans now. But these dudes from Australia, one of the main singers knew of John, and I just kind of know of John through the music scene here, and so that was kind of super random. But they were so fucking funny. They were like a punk band, but they were so entertaining. Chris O, the drummer, did a shoey on stage. They were just hilarious. So we had a fun night there. Just saw some temples and stuff, and just kind of toured around Tokyo. Didn't get outside of Tokyo much, but went up to the Tokyo Tower, and just really tried to soak it in as much as possible. But then also this tour that I'm leaving for tomorrow was kind of creeping up, just like trying to market it and stuff, and just like get all my ducks in a row, which this week has been pretty stressful, but in a good way, like excitement, but mostly stressful, but also fun, because right after I vlogged last week and during the Minneapolis show, we were in the green room and got an email from the rave asking if we wanted to open for Arlo Parks at the rave, which was 2 days ago on Tuesday. Today's Thursday. So, and we said yes, so we picked it up. I knew it would be a good show to take, just being a support slot. I've always wanted to play the rave. And Arlo Parks is a really big artist from England or Britain or British, the UK. And she's blowing up right now. So I don't know her music super well, but a lot of people were like, yo, this is huge. Like, she's awesome. I'm a big fan. So we did that show. I'm kind of jumping around in normal vlog fashion, by the way. But, oh, hi, Crab Cake. You want to say hi? Come on, buddy. Oh, good boy. Stop. Sheesh, Crab Cake. But the show at the rave was phenomenal. It was so much fun. It was so cool. Very, like, full circle moment for me and the other guys, just being from Wisconsin / like the Milwaukee area, and I've seen shows at the rave growing up, and I've always dreamt about playing there and having getting to see the pool downstairs, which we got to see, and I got to sign the wall outside of the pool. You can only sign the pool wall if you sell out the main room 3 times, which is fucking crazy. So you saw like 1975, Mac Miller, Macklemore, Hozier, just all these signatures in there. So really cool experience, really historical room. But yeah, so and the show was really killer. A lot of people who have actually never seen Social Sig before were there, so made a lot of cool new fans, and sold a lot of merch and everything. So it was a great show. It's always fun playing with the 5-piece with Anthony Kopczynski on the keys, Isaac on guitar, Eli on bass, and then Kai on the drums. So, that's kind of like our power group. So it's just so much, just feels so tight playing with those guys. That was who I played with for Brady Street Festival, and it's just so much fun when we're all together. So thanks for coming out if you did. Definitely hope to play at the rave again. But going back to when I was in Tokyo, so I left Tokyo on Thursday the 5th at like 3 in the afternoon, or 5. My flight was at 5 p.m. on Thursday, and then I landed back in Chicago at 3 p.m. on Thursday the same day, which is really trippy with the time differences. But Sheila picked me up, drove right on home. I was pretty exhausted and pretty wiped. But it felt kind of strange being back after being in Japan for a few days, and but felt good to be back. But then on Friday morning, packed everything up, and then it was Anthony and Kai who I did a weekender run to Michigan with the day after. So that was really crazy. Getting back home and then just hopping on the just driving right away. It was like a 4-hour drive, 4.5-hour drive to Kalamazoo. Played a house show in Kalamazoo at Punk Hazard. Shout out them. It was really sick. Played with some awesome bands. And then slept in a hotel in Kalamazoo. And then the next morning we went to check out the coast of Michigan, which I've never done before, Lake Michigan on the other side. And then we got some breakfast, and then we headed out to the Pyramid Scheme, where it was Pretty Sure is the band. They had their album release show that they invited us on, so super cool opportunity. The Pyramid Scheme was a really cool venue with arcade games, and the bill was one of the, such a crazy bill. Common Molly from Grand Rapids, I think. Yeah, they're Grand Rapids. They opened up the set. They were dope. We played next, had a really fun set, and then the Future Misters from Grand Rapids as well, I believe. They were dope. They played an awesome set, and then Pretty Sure headlined their show, and it was just an awesome, very successful, well-received night. So that felt really great to be in Grand Rapids. Right now, and just I think when I was in Tokyo, I've been talking with the booking agent of a band called Pretoria, and they are based out of Grand Rapids, but they're moving to Chicago and putting together a spring, end of March tour with them. So they have pretty good Spotify streams, and I'm not sure what their Midwest / East Coast draw is, but probably pretty decent. And I've just known of them for a while. I've been wanting to play with them for a few, probably 2-3 years now. So it's cool that they reached out to me, at least their booking agent, and they're moving to Chicago to be Chicago based, but we're basically doing a tour with them and playing Milwaukee in March, and then doing out to the East Coast with them, and really sweet opportunity. And I'm gonna do the full band with that one. So very excited to hit the road and actually not have to worry about the whole booking side of everything. So I can literally just focus on getting there and playing the show. And I mentioned this before, but after this tour coming up, and then end of November is kind of when is my last show for fall. But winter, I'm not doing any shows. I'm just taking the whole time off to work on music, record. My plan is to release my next album in September of 2025, so I want to have it done by May, and then just spend all this time hunkering down and working on music and just being creative. And I'm actually Falcon Bowler at in my neighborhood is being revamped, and there's a whole wave of new energy coming in. Kit Pellegrini, who I've known in the music scene for a few years, he just got hired as their general manager, and he's revamping everything. And it just feels really, really positive, and a lot more shows are going to be happening there. More people, a whole production team he's getting together. So I'm going to start bartending there come the winter, and just picking up shifts and whatnot. So that'll be super chill. And it feels really good to be part of something like that I feel passionate about too. So that's very exciting to happen in winter, but also just gonna spend a lot of time working on music. Just got one show right now for winter though. It's a New Year's Eve gig in Eau Claire with a band called Motherwind, who invited us up. So gonna do that. But other than that, really just gonna hang low, and I'm excited. Just taking a breather. Not that I feel like entirely burnt out, but just with traveling so much and touring so much lately, I just haven't had time to work on music. So it's really just shifting my energy towards just being creative and that sort of things. And then also, I don't know if there's like a subreddit about this, but I've mentioned it so many times. The Social Sig online merch store. In my head, I think it's just such a funny reoccurring thing. But it will finally be launched once I get back from tour. So I'm gonna restock on t-shirts of all the past, like this one literally, and then hoodies, like everything, and then also new design, and then get it all ready and lined up on the on the online merch store. I just got poly mailers, which is like the envelopes that I ship them in. It's like custom Social Sig, and yeah, just gonna do a big merch drop before Christmas time, so y'all can get your loved ones some Social Sig gear of any kind. So gonna have that come after tour. So yeah, like I said, it's just been such a busy busy week, or last 2 weeks once I got back from Michigan and had the rave show on Tuesday. So just trying to get everything good to go, and doing the solo set out east. Tomorrow I'm playing in, can't believe it's tomorrow, it's so crazy. But gonna be playing like 8 shows in a row starting tomorrow, which feels pretty crazy. So gonna try my best to stay as healthy as possible. But Crab Cake and Sheila are coming along with me, and it's a mixture of staying in hotels and car camping. And so doing Fort Wayne tomorrow at the Brass Rail, and then doing, so cute. And then he's just looking at me. And then doing Ann Arbor Saturday, Beaver Falls Sunday, Pittsburgh Monday, and then Tuesday is Boston. That's going to be a long drive / Cambridge, right around Harvard. So that'd be kind of cool. And then New Haven, and then New York, Philadelphia, DC, and then we have like 3 days break, and then doing Charleston. Yeah, you guys can find down in the link below. There's gonna be a tour date link if you guys want to check out my tour. But if you guys are on the East Coast, yeah, doing North Carolina, South Carolina, Savannah, Georgia, and then having like a few days to I got a little behind on booking this one for this section for some reason, but spending like 5 or 6 days in like northern Georgia area, seeing some friends / doing camping, which I'm actually really excited about. I've heard northern Georgia is beautiful, so I'm very excited to go. And then October 10th is Cincinnati, and 11th is Columbus, and then 12th is Cleveland. So then headed back home after that. So big chunk of dates. And then coming back for a gig in Chicago, doing a Halloween show here. It's a house show. And then the next big local Social Sig show is going to be at Falcon Bowl on November 15th with Newski. And if you don't know who Newski is, you should definitely check out Newski. And Colin Bracewell from Michigan, Minneapolis, who I mentioned earlier. So a lot of cool shows coming up. But yeah, if you guys know anybody on the East Coast, I'm trying to market it as best as possible. And just booking all this DIY is just lots of work, lots of spreadsheets, lots of no's, few yeses. But yeah, it's just a lot of work and very expensive too. So if you guys enjoy the project, and if you guys know anybody out east who'd like to come do a show, definitely send them the dates of the tour down in the link below, and tell them to check it out. It's going to be fun. With the backing tracks, I'm really proud about how far the set's come and how good I feel about it. So I'm excited to rock out and have some fun, do some social swigs, sell some merch, and meet some new people and see some new cities. And I'm really excited to see the Staring in Spaces boys, who we did last year when we were out east. We saw them. We did a few shows with them, so doing like 6 shows with them this time around. So they're fucking legends. Yeah, just very excited for this tour, but also it's a lot of work, so it's been good. Can't fucking complain. I've been wanting to do this shit for years, and it's finally happening, and it's really cool to feel like my next year is sort of mapped out. And also I've been talking to a booking agent as well from New Mexico who reached out to me to start planning a tour for next fall. Either it's going to be a headline tour or a support tour, but this is literally what I've been manifesting, and feeling like it's the next step as far as like this project goes, is just taking booking off of my hands so I can focus on other things. All good things to come, and hope to see you guys at a show. I'm gonna wrap this puppy up, and hope to see you guys at a show. I said that twice, but I really do. I feel like usually shows are when I see people, yeah, just been busy with them, but yeah, hope you guys are good, and hope summer was everything you needed it to be. Sending lots of love, and hope you guys are gonna be spending fall and winter with loved ones, and yeah, wishing the best for you guys, the brightest days ahead, and let's rock out. Crab Cake says hi, and okay, we're gonna wrap it up. I gotta pack. I think that's all I wanted to talk about, but yeah. See ya. Love yas. Bye.